Hi, welcome to the Artist Space. Today on our show we have an artist who pretty much does it all. He is an actor, a director, an editor, an engineer, and the co-creator of the new web series Battle Jar. I'm Emily, I'm your host, and the Artist Space is very proud to welcome today for the very first time on our show, Alex Gravenstein! Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for letting me be here.
Oh, no problem. Are you ready to start?
I'm so ready. Let's go.
How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with what's your real name?
Okay. So it's pronounced Gravenstein for all of you out there. I'm looking at you. You know who
Yes.
I'm talking about. Gravenstein.
Time.
Yeah. Not Gravenstein, not Gravenstein, not
Gravenstein?
Gravenstein, not Gravenstein. I didn't say that. Not Gravenstein either. And my first name is just Alex on the birth certificate.
Okay, it's
just
not
Alex.
Alexander.
It's not Alexander, Alejandro.
Andro.
None of those. Just Alex Gravenstein. Oh, and my middle name Michael.
Okay,
After
so
the guardian
Alex
angel Michael. Because
Okay.
why not?
A little story behind it.
It probably is.
Where were you born?
I was born in Wisconsin, in Madison. So, like, I find that whenever I say that, I have, like, a bit of a northern accent that sneaks out, which I really try to,
Tone it down.
subdue, yeah. So, like, Wisconsin, you hear it? It's really nasal, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah.
You're good with accent, though.
Oh, well, they just come out of me. Wisconsin, Virginia, like, it just starts pouring out.
And how many languages do you speak?
Okay, well, English.
Yeah, I can see that.
I speak English pretty well.
Okay.
The next language I learned was somewhat German.
Okay.
Because growing up with my German grandparents, they teach me things like Finger,
Okay.
Daumen.
Okay.
Yeah, really good stuff to get around Germany. Finger and thumb. Like, if you need that, Finger, Daumen. And, like, you're set.
You're set to go to Germany.
You're set. Yes. Yeah, exactly. You're ready to go? Finger and thumb is all you need to know.
How about Guten Tag?
I don't even know what that means. No, okay.
You don't need Guten
Okay,
Tag.
well, initially that's all I knew, and now I speak German fluently and everything.
Okay, fluently.
Yeah, and then I also learned Latin, so I don't know if that counts.
I would say it
Yeah,
counts,
I took-
although it's a dead language.
It's alive if you want it to be, okay?
Okay.
I took it for 7 years, it better damn well be alive.
Can you speak like something? Can you say something?
Arma vedamque cano troia qui primus arboris Italiam.
Do you remember what it means?
Yes.
What it,
I speak of, or sing of, the weapons and of a man who, born from, I'm going to get this, hold on, born as in like brought from primus arboris, from the shores of Italy.
wow, okay,
Yeah.
so actually you can speak it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the first few lines of the Aeneid. I can
Okay.
keep going, but it gets really boring.
It's okay. I remember Rosae, Rosam, Rosas, something like that.
Rosam Rosas?
Yeah, you know when you, I know, it doesn't, yeah.
Oh, no, it's the declensions.
Yes, that's
Yes,
it.
that's the first
That's-
declension.
yeah.
A-E-M-A-S-A. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I still remember all of them, but fun stuff.
Fun, real,
Look
yeah,
up your
very
Latin.
useful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it helped me learn French, and that's my
Oh,
that's my
okay.
last language.
So, yeah.
So it helped me read French, but speaking it is like WTF, Like, when I'm listening to people speak it, they're just aligning all these words together. They don't pronounce half of the letters in there, like, R's. Count them out. Like, R's, they aren't pronounced, like, most of the time. And most of the
Oh, it's
S's,
not.
and most of the H's, or all the H's, like... So, like, when I hear people speak, I'm just hearing... Yeah, but I mean, like, so I learned French just recently, but, I'm doing pretty well.
Well, you're doing pretty
Je
well.
parle français.
Tu parles
Je peux
français.
parler aussi, ouais.
It's very good. And
Yes.
how, like, when did you start learning it? Because that went really fast.
Yeah, yeah. I had to get my permanent residency, which...
We're
oh my
still
God.
hoping to
Uh,
get very soon.
Yes, thank you. I had to learn
Canada,
it.
we love him, please.
I had to learn it within a very short time frame. So within 9 months, I had to get to like a 4-year comprehension level, and
Wow.
I did it, which is cool.
You did it.
So like now I've been speaking French for I think a year and 6
Okay.
months.
Year and a half, yeah. That's
That
good.
sounds about right. Yeah.
That you did really well. Where does your father come from, and what's his background?
He was the first of his siblings born in the U.S. from
Okay,
Germany.
from Germany. Okay.
Yes, in Germany. Yes. Yes, a bit of British coming out every once in a while. Okay. Yes, so yes, he was born born on a cold day in December. That's completely not true. Yeah, so he's the first of his
Putting
siblings born in Germany,
Okay.
and And then he and like a whole bunch of other people in my family became doctors. So he's a geriatrician, which is the study of geriatrics.
Okay, for the old people.
Oh, very good. Okay, yeah. I was doing a taboo thing and like defining something based on the thing itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he does geriatric study of old people and stuff like that.
And he likes it?
Loves
it? Yeah.
Oh, it's his thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you live as a child?
So
you were born in Wisconsin.
I was born in Wisconsin, yeah, and then I moved to Virginia.
Okay, Virginia.
So, yeah, so like half of my life in the U.S. was in Wisconsin, and then the other half of my life in the U.S. was in Virginia. And there, straight from there, like as soon as I got out of high school, then I went straight up to Montreal.
Montreal.
Et je suis ici maintenant.
Okay.
Oui.
And it's been like what, 7 years? 8 years?
Good question. 10?
10 already?
I think it's 10 now. I think it's 10 years. No, 9. No, I don't know. Let's just say 9.5. We'll average it out.
Do you have any siblings?
I have an older brother.
What's his name?
Chris.
So Alex and Chris?
Yeah.
Not
what?
Christopher?
Oh, it is Christopher. Okay. It actually is Christopher. Okay. Yeah, but with an F.
What good memory? Oh, with an F. Okay.
It's KR. Yeah, KRIS. That's the German spelling.
It's very, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a very German.
Very German.
Very German, yes.
What good memories do you keep from your childhood?
I love the outdoors.
Okay.
I've always loved the outdoors and animals, and most of my memories were when I would visit family down in Florida. I'd be catching frogs and lizards and toads and snakes, much to the dismay of my grandmother.
Yes. What did you do with them?
I would eat them. Okay. Yeah, no, I'd eat them.
Speaking to a
I'd eat them.
vegetarian.
Yeah, I would just pick them right up
and be like, oh,
and
cute.
the thing is, you have to bite the head straight away so they don't clog your throat on the way down. I'm kidding, jeez. Oh my gosh, no, I wouldn't eat them. I loved animals. I still love animals. I would just like keep them in a cage for a little bit, you know, as Mitch Hedberg said, put in a twig in a leaf to recreate what they're used to.
Okay.
And then I would let them go. And
I thought you were going to say something else. Like, you know how you started to be like a serial killer and you know, torture and yeah. Like,
that was totally me, and I took that up as a full-time profession.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's good.
So I don't think this video's going to air.
Maybe that's why Canada doesn't want you anymore.
Hey! Don't listen, Canada.
Okay, what about your grandparents? Where are they from? You said Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
How about exactly where?
2 of my grandparents are from Germany, and the other side are not Germans. So they are from, I guess, Poland.
You guess?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are from Poland, but
okay.
I don't really know when they moved.
Okay, so basically you have Polish and German
Yes.
blood in you.
Absolutely, basically, yes.
Okay.
Supposedly, there's like some Spanish blood in me.
Okay.
Which puts my Spanish to shame. Absolute shame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, somewhere down there, Spanish line, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
From Spain.
Yeah, from Spain. Like Spain Spanish, not Mexico Spanish or South America. Was that Nicaragua? Oh, jeez.
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
And it's not.
Oh my gosh!
Chile,
Yeah,
by the way.
I know exactly where it's in the north. I know exactly where it is. Yeah. What is it? Ecuador is really close to it, I think.
Yeah. And no.
What?
Ecuador is.
What do we have?
Like Honduras.
We have.
Mexico, and then you got.
Yeah, we have some South America, right? That's a beautiful South
Yeah,
America.
but it's not in the south. It's
That's
central.
what I'm saying. Isn't it right near the north? Like
no.
Nicaragua?
It's closer to Mexico than
You can tell I did not do that well in geography.
No.
Yeah.
But that's
Or I should
okay,
review
because
it.
you're American.
It's okay. I know all 20 states in Canada.
Oh, shut up. Okay, well, moving on. What were your interests as a kid?
Reptiles and amphibians, obviously. First book I ever read, like on my own, I must have been like 5. And I wanted this science book on reptiles and amphibians, and I read it front to back like 100 times.
Nerd.
I'm a total nerd,
That's okay.
and I love animals. And yeah, wait, the question was interests, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Animals.
that's pretty much it. Oh, and this is the thing that my mom loved a lot, is I love building things.
Okay.
So I'd pick up garbage
That's why
from
you
the
became
streets.
an engineer.
That's why I became an engineer.
Oh.
Engineering ring, and I'm not just like
Yeah, flashing the rings.
weird nervous twig, like check it out. No, it's engineering ring because I went to McGill, and so I'd collect garbage and stuff like that from the streets that I'd use to make robots when I got home with hot glue guns.
Really?
So incredibly non-functional
Creative.
robots, yeah.
But it is very creative.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I'd make those because I thought it was the best thing in the world because I did my kindergarten class. Yeah, kindergarten teachers are totally underrated.
They are.
I got so much inspiration, probably became an engineer because of that.
Because of them, yeah.
Yeah, and making robots.
Did you like going to school aside from kindergarten?
I loved it. I actually loved going to school.
Why?
Most of the time, I don't know. It's
don't
total nerd. Like
Yeah.
I've always loved learning, so that was a thing. And yeah, I guess I had a pretty lucky childhood when it comes to school and stuff like that.
And what was your favorite subject in school? Let's say high school.
All of them. I liked.
Oh my god. Okay, pick
Okay,
one.
I really liked physics and math and creative writing and sciences.
Yeah, I get that.
And yeah, and just like poetry and writing and
Like everything.
just everything.
Just everything.
Yeah.
How about sports? Were you good in sports?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I was good at was racquetball and swimming.
Okay.
But that didn't stop me from joining track and field and doing shot put.
Okay.
That shot put's the one where you have the giant ball that weighs like 18 pounds.
Okay.
And like a giant metal ball, and you put it up here on your shoulder, and then
And
you
then
have
you
to
throw it.
throw it as far as you can.
Okay.
I was by far the worst on the team. Like, there was no doubt, because like in high school, I was like this really scrawny, gawky-looking, tall guy.
Okay.
No strength to me whatsoever. And yeah, I would still be on the team. I'd be like, yeah! And I'd have horrible form, and I'd throw it like 5 feet, which is an
Nothing?
awful score, because
Okay.
like, everyone else was getting around 20 feet.
What?
Okay, I didn't actually throw it 5 feet. I think I got 12 was my farthest. But like
Okay.
most people on the team were getting
Would you-
18, 20,
20,
25,
yeah.
and like they were nice and stocky.
So no Olympics for you.
Well, yeah, definitely not in shot put. I don't know, maybe now I could throw it like 13 feet, I guess.
It was okay.
Yeah, if I remember how to do it.
Okay. And were you academically good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, give us like a number, letter, something, like a grade A
no,
student.
I don't know, like yeah, sure, like a honor roll or whatever. But I mean, it's always dependent on the system, right? Like some schools
Yeah.
just give honor roll regardless. I think I earned mine.
You earned, okay. You
I
think
don't
so? Yeah. What was one of the biggest mistake or biggest lesson that you've made as a teen, as a teenager? First of all, was it like fun years, horrible years?
I guess it wasn't. I guess it's not like really exploring yourself as much as you can. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I definitely went out there and I tried a whole bunch of different things. Like I did acting, I did debate, I did all of that. But I mean, there's just so much to the world, and like those are some of the best years to do it. I think
Okay, yeah.
university is also in there. So
Like
going
early
out there and
20s.
like just exploring all your different passions. I think that's it.
Okay, so you know like big mistakes or big lessons.
Probably.
Regrets.
Yeah, probably is. But I mean, like, I don't know. That's the only thing that really comes to mind right now.
What did you want to become when you were a kid?
Veterinarian.
Really?
Yeah, my parents being doctors and my love of animals, I was like, I want to take care of them and the cute little fluffy things, and I get to hold them.
I guess
Yeah.
you hold them.
I mean, yeah, like you always holding them and I guess cutting them open, which goes back to your cereal killer.
I know, eh?
Yeah.
It's like, eek.
Yeah, but I don't know, it just didn't pan out.
And did you become what you thought you would become?
Well, I mean, like, originally I was, like, veterinarian. I never had the grandeur to believe, like, I wanted to be an astronaut, because, like, space is horrible.
Okay.
Space is a horrible
It's a
place.
bit too far.
It's really far away. It's, like, what, 55,000 miles until you're, like, correctly into space. And it's acidic.
Okay.
It's a vacuum. It's sub-zero. It has space debris flying at you at hundreds of, like, kilometers per second.
Okay.
And it has radiation and solar flares. Like, that's a bad place to be. It's like, space is horrible. Like,
You're not attracted to space.
I'm very down to earth, and I'm fine with that.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So you wanted to become a veterinarian?
Veterinarian sounded good.
Okay, but I mean,
And
did
then
you...
actually I thought about becoming just like a human doctor as well, as opposed to just animal doctor. And none of that really happened, but
But what
still had
happened?
the itch.
What happened?
I think it's what happened. I guess acting happened.
Okay.
Artistry. It all comes together. No, so the like at some point, like my dad got Final Cut Pro, like when I was like 12 years old,
Okay.
and he got it because he goes out on a whim and like he finds a nice fun little hobby to do and he just takes it.
Okay.
So he got Final Cut Pro because he wanted to look at editing, give it a try, and this is like a full professional suite that they use to like do big Hollywood movies sometimes. There's also like Avid and Premiere and a whole bunch of other ones. But anyway, it's very powerful, and like I picked it up and like, this is confusing as hell. It is, they had the document manual, which is like one of these big things, and it takes you through tutorials, it describes everything in there, and I read like half of it, and I started making my own really, really crappy movies. And I realized that like movies are incredible. Like they can have so much power. You can tell stories, you can inspire people, move people.
Yeah.
And movies have always been big in my family. Like we'd always have like family movie night and things like that. So sometime around there I realized, wow, movies are great. I love making them, seeing what I can do with it, plus technology.
Okay.
Plus
everything
art,
got mixed up.
acting, yeah. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
What was your first paid job? Do you remember?
Okay, so my first paid job was, I did a German exchange when I was, we'll say 15. 15 sounds good. Yeah, I was 15. And I went to Germany, and where my second cousin is, maybe second cousins, they have a property, which is a vineyard. So I worked that summer for a full month with one of my best friends, Foster, to make wine. So we did everything from planting the seeds to helping out the little sproutlings and things like that, you know, the tiny little ones on a different vineyard and attaching them to the right thing, to the full big ones and making sure that you nip them in the bud.
Okay.
Well, I hear that expression all the time, but I think it's appropriate here. Like you would have to make sure that they produce grapes as opposed to plant.
Okay.
And we did that, and then we also bottled the wine using this giant Willy Wonka machine. It was, it's like the size of like one of those food trucks, like that you see out on the street. And you put an empty bottle in the front, empty cleaned bottle. It sucks it in, it cleans it with soap and hot water, cleans it again to wash it out, fills it with the correct wine, labels it, corks it, and then puts the little aluminum seal. So you have people putting the bottles in, and then other people taking it out.
Okay, and you did everything.
And we just, Foster and my job, our job was just putting bottles in, because it just ate it up really quickly. So in one afternoon, we did like 21,000 bottles of wine.
Okay.
Crazy.
Did you like your experience?
I loved it.
I loved it.
It was crazy.
Did you drink wine?
Yeah, we had a bit
At
of wine.
15?
Yeah, it's Germany. It's
Is it legal?
probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you have to taste the wine to make sure it's growing properly.
Of course.
Yeah, of
you
course.
can't sell it
Yeah,
like
no,
this.
no.
Let's taste it.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living now?
I do lots of stuff in the film industry, I guess.
Okay.
So, for work, when I'm allowed to work, obviously.
Which we're hoping is very soon.
Which I'm hoping is very soon. So what I was doing was I would do editing,
Okay.
visual effects.
I've heard you were pretty good at this.
Yeah, not too shabby.
No.
Yeah, I picked it up on my own because like I decided why not? Why not? Just I love doing it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Directing, acting, obviously, camera work, lighting work, sound design.
Anything that needs
Blah
to be
blah blah
done.
blah. Anything that needs to be done is like, you know, I'll find out, I'll read up on it, figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not you will say yes to everything. I mean the film industry.
Yes. Most likely.
Did you go to university? Why and where did you go?
I went to McGill University, which is how I got my engineering ring. I went there just for this.
How long did you study there for?
Okay, funny story. When I joined engineering at McGill, mechanical engineering specifically, it was a 5-year program at the time. So they wanted to fit in like, I don't know, like 145 credits or something into a 5-year program, which I hear is like, it's a lot of credits.
Okay.
And then afterwards they realized, oh, that's a lot of credits to do in 5 years. Let's get rid of a lot of those credits and make it a 4-year program instead.
Okay.
So I did it for 6 years because I added psychology to the mix.
Oh, why? For fun?
I like science.
Oh my god.
I think, you know, like mechanical engineering gives me a sense of everything from like the quantum mechanical world all the way to the astronomically large universe.
Yeah.
And the psychology gives me an understanding of the metaphysical world.
Okay.
And like human behavior and whatnot.
Apparently
so.
it helps a lot for acting too.
Yeah, maybe.
Some people have made like connections between the two.
Oh, good for them.
You didn't do.
I probably have. I just can't really think of it though.
And do you think everyone has an artistic side? Can anyone be an artist?
I think everyone is an artist.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone does have an artistic side and everyone is an artist.
Okay.
And just a matter of finding how you express yourself normally, and then how you can make it grow.
What would your definition of being an artist would be? Like the word artist.
I would pretty much say being an artist is synonymous with creating.
Okay.
So, like, in order to create something, there has to be some form of inspiration, there has to be some sort of goal. So you're creating something from inspiration with some sort of goal. It could even be something as simple as making a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure everyone has done in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
so you can be creative to do that.
Exactly. So I think everyone is an artist, and like the people who say they aren't just really haven't figured out which part of them is expressing.
Okay. And how to express it.
Exactly.
And when did your passion for acting start? Any like
elementary school.
Moment?
Okay, I remembered exactly.
Okay.
I was in 2nd grade or 3rd grade in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I was in 2nd or 3rd grade in Wisconsin, and they were putting on a play, which was Peter Pan. And they didn't have auditions or anything. They just sort of cast from within the class.
And you got cast as Peter Pan?
No, I did not, actually. No.
You look like Peter Pan.
I thought I would have made a great Peter Pan, okay? Plus, I could fly as a kid. There's a hair flying. That was perfectly timed. I could fly like that little air that was going through the air. Yeah, so, no, I didn't get cast as anything. And afterwards, I found out that everything was cast, but I didn't have a part.
Okay.
And I was really upset. I was in 2nd grade. Of course I'm going to be upset. So they made me one of the Lost Boys.
Okay.
with a character that doesn't even exist.
Oh, they created a role just for you.
Exactly. And you know what they did with that role? They let me name him, and they killed him off in the 2nd scene.
So you were there for like 5 minutes?
They killed off my character. How can you do that?
What was his name?
It's Peter Pan. I chose his name, and I think I called him like, I don't know, it was like Tiger or something. I was really creative. I was like, took Tiger Lily and just cut it in half.
How can you kill someone?
How can you kill someone in Peter Pan?
It's Neverland.
It's the, there's like some sort of fight happening on a boat.
Okay.
It's a Captain Hook's boat. Maybe it wasn't the 2nd scene, but either way, like,
Identity.
They tie up a bunch of kids, and they're about to toss them overboard.
Yes.
I was the only one who was tossed overboard. I was tossed overboard. You know what I mean?
This is not possible.
You're a kid. I'm in 2nd grade. They tossed me overboard. How did they do that? Obviously, you throw them off the stage. So I remember my childhood friend Andy was dressed as a pirate with he had a beard that he drew on himself with I don't think it was a permanent marker, but it definitely didn't wash off very well. So there he is with the eye patch and everything. And for one of our performances, I remember that we had the kindergarten class watching too, and they were pushed up right against the edge of the stage.
You have to jump.
So like Andy's like holding me, like I got my arms somewhat tied behind my back, and he's pushing me, and I was like trying to whisper, and which I thought was whispering, but obviously I was like, Andy, there's a bunch of kids. You can't throw me into the kids, Andy. And Andy's like, just going with the roll, and he shoved me, and I jumped and very nimbly landed right between all the kids.
Oh.
But every single play, I thought, hey, they're having a lot of fun on stage fighting the pirates, so I'd always run backstage and run right back on stage again to continue the fight. And then afterwards, they told me I couldn't do that.
They stopped you.
Yeah.
That was their creative side.
Exactly. I was going there to fight pirates. I came back from the dead. I was telling a story.
You.
Yeah, the story was don't give up, even if you're got your arms tied behind your back and you're thrown into a sea of kindergarten.
You just come back.
You come right back on the boat and you fight those pirates.
I would have let you. This is ridiculous.
Oh, thank you. You're a good teacher.
Yeah,
I love those teachers. They were great. They were just like stemming me. That's the right word.
What's your opinion? What's your parents' opinion about you being an actor, or in the film industry?
They are.
Because you do everything.
They are ridiculously supportive,
Aww.
and I didn't expect that. And
That's
that keeps on getting to me every single time because I call them up saying, "Hey, I'm still trying this whole acting, entertainment industry, filmmaker thing. I'm really trying to make money. Like, I know you guys are supporting me a lot, and I'm letting you know, like, I'm gonna be doing something with this." And they're like, "Take your time."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I was just like, "What?" You know, like, take your time.
I will pay you back one day.
Do it as best you can. I'm like, I'm gonna pay you back one day. Like, don't worry about it. I'm like, what? I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm incredibly blessed to have parents like that. Yeah, I'm extremely fortunate. I love them. If you guys watch this interview,
Hashtag.
I love you.
We'll hashtag them.
Thank you. Yeah, and you too, Chris. Why not?
Why not?
He's related.
Yeah, Chris with a K.
Yeah, Chris with a K.
What are people's reactions to, when you tell them that you are an actor? And do you let those reactions affect you, or do you care?
Look at this. The interviewee becomes the interviewer. What are your reactions that you get?
When I tell them?
Yeah.
Some of them are really supportive, but that's because they knew me that I was a teacher before.
Yeah.
So they saw the transition, and for some people it makes sense that I'm transitioning.
But for most people, it's probably the same reaction that I get, which is like...
where I've seen you before.
Exactly. Number one question that all actors, I'm pretty sure if you're an actor and you're watching this,
yes, it's all
straight away it's going to be like, oh, so have you done anything that I've seen you in?
Next time I will answer, I was at the Oscar. Why didn't you see me? I was like, I have the trophy at home.
Yeah, did you not watch the Oscars? Yeah, it's actually much smaller than
it's not like
it looks really big because they hold it close to the camera. Yeah. So, like, number one question, without a doubt, is what have I seen you in?
Yeah.
And I always say with a big smile, nothing. Unless you're looking too closely at, like, some of the big films, maybe you'll see me as an extra from, like, here up. You can, like, recognize my forehead. Like, so that's pretty much
my back. You can recognize my back.
Yeah. And, like, so, like, many of my friends from engineering, like, you know, that's the funny bit, because, like, straight from McGill, you can go straight into a very, very nice, supportive job, like, right off the bat. I could have done that. Mm-hmm. But no, I didn't.
Of course not.
So, like, all my friends, like, they're in the nice, supportive jobs and everything. Like, oh, engineering. Like, oh, yeah, how are you doing with that? I'm like, oh, I'm not.
I'm not doing
But
anything.
I'm having a great time, and I'm expressing myself, and I'm digging deeper and deeper and fighting harder and harder to make something happen.
But do you regret going to McGill to do your engineer degree?
No. I love the sciences. I love engineering. Like, I definitely learned a lot from it. Like, I mean, I still use it, like, almost every single day, too.
But would you say it's, like, in a past life, or?
No.
It's still in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, I could go philosophical right now, but I don't think I will. So, yeah, no, it's still a part of me, and I think it always will be.
Okay, and what was your first paid acting job? Because, I mean, acting job, you can call your play when you were in grade 2 a job, but...
Yeah, they only paid me with criticism. So sad.
Grade 2.
Well, I guess, like, my first official gig, I mean, like, I did extra work, right?
Yeah.
And many actors do extra work.
Everybody does.
Not everyone does, but, like, I mean, hey, you meet lots of people, you get to be on set, and you always have the chance to do something bigger there, but you never know.
Yeah.
So, like, I did extra work, of course, and then I did this short film, like this independent professional short film where I got my UDA credit for speaking German.
Oh.
What? How cool is that?
Wow.
Because UDA covers everyone who's not English speaking. So
yes.
they cover French specifically, and then everything else. Yeah, so that's what UDA covers.
Okay.
Anything that's not English, because English is ACTRA.
Yeah.
Everything outside of that is
UDA.
Is most likely UDA.
Here in Quebec.
Yeah, so it was done by a French independent company, and they had German and Russian in there. Okay. And I was playing a German soldier from World War II.
Yeah, you look the part.
And thank you. I look very German, yeah.
Yeah, you do look German.
Yeah, good. Good. I'm tall and blonde and blue eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay.
Those vodka shots and this delicious beer is getting to me.
It is. It can get to you.
Yeah.
But, okay, so, moving on from that. When we tend to act differently around different people. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
How do you act with, let's say, your parents, your friends, co-workers, other actors?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like whatever energy needs to be brought to those specific things. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know with you, like, I'm lively, but I'm having a great time. So
yeah.
That's how it is. But I mean, like, everyone puts on a different face. Like, when you go to work, right? Like if you're going to, like, a nice professional work, like suits or dresses or whatever, and things like that, you're not going to be your normal, like, drinking buddy self.
No, for
over
sure.
there. So, like, it's completely natural.
It's situations that you need to.
And I don't know, like, I mean, I generally like to think that at some point you can achieve this thing where you don't change throughout all of it.
Okay.
And you can just be accepted.
As you are.
Whatever you're doing. But I mean, it's completely natural. So I guess with friends, more jokey, more lively. On set, I can be a bit of a demon. I mean, like, it's... because usually I work under really tight time constraints.
Okay.
And I'm completely nice. I'm kidding about the demon thing. But, you know, it's like, it just becomes like work focus mode.
Focus, yeah.
So, like, answering questions, orders, like, everything just going around really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, rumor has it that actors need to look good and fit. Do you agree?
No.
Why not?
Why not? It's become some sort of stipulation that in order to be presented to the public, you have to be
Pretty.
pretty. Yeah, but I mean, what the fuck, right? Like, I know we're not gonna bleep it out, but like,
It's okay.
I mean, I understand what they're trying to come from. Is they're trying to push forward this, I don't know, this sort of like Adonis, this sort of image that everyone should be attaining, but it doesn't. It's not true. That's not real life.
And that
doesn't
won't
matter.
change how they act.
No, it's not going to change how they act. There's some incredible actors out there who don't fit whatever is the Hollywood image, and you know, like they're doing a great job, and they keep on going with it. I mean, that's all that matters.
And do you personally have diets or workout schedules?
Oh yeah.
What do you do?
Okay, so for diet, I pretty much eat everything because I love food so much.
Of course you do.
Especially pasta. So like my diet is I focus on pasta when I can, and hamburgers are like the nice follow-up afterwards.
Okay.
And for working out is you know, like I work on the computer a lot, so I do like
It's a fingers.
I do finger lifts. Finger lifts and presses.
Okay.
And rock climbing.
Rock climbing you do.
I do rock climbing. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it
that
works
sounded like
the
a
entire
question.
body. No, but I don't do rock climbing. But I heard that you work out your entire body.
You can work out specific areas of your body. You can work out the entire body, and yeah. I mean,
but it feels more like a game. I mean.
Well, that's the nice thing about it is it's not repetitive.
Yeah.
It's not like going to the gym and like you're counting your reps and everything.
Oh yeah, bruising yourself.
I can't stand that. Like I mean, it's like I can do it maybe every once in a while, but
Okay.
But rock climbing, you're going there, you're solving a problem. Like when you do something called bouldering. Look it up.
Okay, yeah.
When you do something called bouldering. It's just a short little thing without ropes, and you fall onto pads. They're actually called problems.
Okay.
The way that you get from there to the top is called a problem.
Okay.
Problem solving. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That's where I was going with it.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
What do you mean inspiration? Like,
Maybe like a person that would inspire you with how you are in life.
Oh.
Or whatever.
Well, I was going to say, like, everything that I want to achieve, Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood,
probably. Because he's someone who, you know, doesn't give a damn what anyone else thinks. He just goes out there and does it, and he makes his own films, you know. He writes, produces, directs, acts. He does the full Monty.
He does it all.
And he does it unabashedly. Like, he's just like, this is what I'm going to do. I can't do it Clint Eastwood at all, but that was my attempt. She's like, it was good. This
but apparently when he directs...
This is what I'm going to do. And you're going to deal with it.
Yeah, no. But apparently when he directs, he doesn't even say action.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
No, yeah. He's very calm, very smooth, and he's just like, whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
No action, no cuts, and super sweet. I don't know. I would like, it's very good inspiration.
I would love to meet him and work with him.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Do you have a favorite inspirational quote?
Inspirational?
Can't say the word.
You know, we'll go back to what I did in that speed round. I said, do or do not, there is no try. Do you know what that's from?
No. Hold on, say that again. Do or do not?
Do or do not, there is no try.
No.
Okay, well, I mean, you can...
Is it a movie?
Oh, yeah, it's a movie. You can misquote it and say that it's Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series.
Okay.
But...
Isn't it like... No, never mind.
No, it's Yoda.
Yoda?
Yoda from Star Wars.
I was going to say, isn't it in Star Wars?
It is in Star Wars, yeah.
Oh, but I knew...
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, wait, no, what's the way to do the triple thing? It's Dumbledore from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Saying do or do not.
Yes, of course. He was not.
Yeah, so that's the way to say it. No, it's Yoda, and, like, I think that's...
Do or do not.
Do or do not. Like, he's like, I can't do it, because that's how Luke talks. I can't do it. And then Yoda's like...
Your accent imitations
or he's
are
like,
really good.
or he's like, I'll try, or something like that.
Okay.
And Yoda's like, either you do it...
Or you don't.
Or you don't do it. Don't try. Come on, Luke. Come on. I'm green. Either do it or don't do it.
And I speak backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. He does like the Germans, puts the verb at the end. Generally speaking.
It's like you.
Yeah.
Do you think it is important to have a supportive community? Friends in the same domain or family members that support you?
Absolutely. This kind of thing, it requires networking.
Okay.
Yeah. Acting, directing, filmmaking, all of it. And since everyone is generally in the same boat, like pushing together forwards, can generally help everyone out.
And then, yeah.
Would
you be able to go as far as you are going right now, not having friends in that domain?
Probably not. Yeah. And my girlfriend is also very supportive. Thank you, Megan.
She's really pretty.
Oh, yeah. She is.
How did you develop your acting process?
How did I what, sorry?
You develop,
yeah.
Develop.
I heard, it's okay.
Acting
How
process.
did I develop? You know,
I
like
can't
devil
say
dance.
that word. That's like inspirational.
Yeah, it's probably the British coming out. Yeah.
Whatever.
Develop.
Put it in.
How did I develop it?
So how do you? What's your process?
Good question. Yeah. So I went through everything when it comes to acting, and I would say it fits a perfect bell curve.
Okay.
With what I thought I was doing versus what I felt I was doing in the end. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, so like at first I thought that everything was methodical with acting. Like you go there, here are your lines, you say them word for word, follow the stage directions as they're written, and do everything the director says exactly as it is.
Okay.
And it wasn't until many, many years later that I realized I was being a puppet when that happened.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bring life to it. But I was very good at making sure I gave the exact same performance every time.
But like a robot.
Like a robot.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was what I first did, I stuck that way for a really long time. Well, actually, when I first started as a kid, like, I just loved it. I was just having fun, and that's where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
You know, it's like watching the kid doing the ET interview, or the audition, like that thing, and they're saying, okay, so you just gotta sort of make up what happens, or they're taking your alien friend away. And action, and then like the kid just starts crying. It's like, you can't take him away. Have you seen that in your thing?
No, I haven't seen that.
Awesome. So like he was just totally in the moment, and I feel like that's kind of where I started.
Okay.
I probably would have been a terrible actor anyway, but at least I was having fun, and I didn't care about what was happening. And then afterwards, I was thinking, robot. Went through robot, and then it wasn't until Strayon that I realized.
Strayon Acting Studios.
Strayon. Is that, you know, it really doesn't matter. The words don't matter. The directing doesn't really matter if you find a character.
Okay, the heart of the character.
Because you want to find the heart of the story, the heart of the character. What they need. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I've been there for a year, and I'm still... It's a process. I mean, I'm still learning it.
Oh, it's a total process,
It's getting there. How difficult do you think it is to get in this industry?
What I always tell people is you just need two things and you're set.
Okay.
And that's luck and networking.
That's what I was gonna say. Like log and contacts.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. Like that's.
And
the
is it the same thing since you're doing pretty much everything? Is it the same thing from in front of the camera as behind the camera?
Do you think same thing? As in getting in the industry?
Yeah.
Probably not so much.
Is one easier than the other?
I'm assuming that networking is more important for anything behind the camera, but for being in front of the camera, luck plays a really huge role.
Okay.
And other than that, obviously, like, never stop working, never stop doing, never stop creating. Like, just go out there, don't wait for a role, read scripts with friends, do a short film, like on a whim, like,
just
anything you can. Yeah, do interviews, you know what I mean? Like, just go out there and do something.
Yeah.
That's what really matters. And then hopefully the luck and networking or something you can work on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then...
However you work on luck. Like stealing leprechauns, I think, works for that.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
We just need a rainbow.
You gotta find them. I was convinced as a kid that I saw a leprechaun. Like, I saw him once in elementary school. My teacher would not let me go find him.
But you need a rainbow.
No, that's their pot of gold.
Yeah, but the leprechaun is next to the pot of gold.
They're probably guarding it, that's true.
You...
Okay, so make a rainbow, find the pot of gold, and then steal the leprechaun.
Okay, good. Now we're set. I think. Well, it's steps to do. We'll do them, and we'll be lucky.
Yeah. Just keep it in your pocket. They're tiny, right?
Well, maybe not that tiny. It's like my Oscar.
They're big ones.
Which character was the easiest for you to play, and which one was the hardest for you to play?
Well, as a kid, like, or elementary school, middle school, as we have in the States. I don't think you have that here in Canada, middle school, right? Or is that Quebec doesn't exist? I don't know.
How old are you?
Well, I'll tell you the grade levels. It's 4 to 7-ish? 4 to 6? 4, 5, 6, 4,
yeah,
5,
we don't
6,
call
7.
it that, but it's like we have 1 to 6 and then 1 to 5. But technically, the 1 for us is a 7 for you.
Okay, well let's just pretend you mix your elementary school and high school together,
yeah.
and you divide by 3, and you take the middle section. We'll call that middle school. So for middle school,
Okay, I was like,
yeah,
okay. So middle school.
yeah. So what was the question? I'm getting so caught up in like the middle school thing.
The easiest and the hardest.
In middle
characters to
school,
play.
I had I was always getting cast as like the romantic love interests. So like, and I found those characters way too easy because they were just having it was like Shakespeare, you know, like Lysander from A Midsummer Night's Dream, and like he's just sort of like, you know, in the wind, doesn't care, he's totally in love.
Okay.
And like I found those roles really easy, and I got those like all the way up until even university.
Okay.
And the hardest one I got was also right at the end of university, and it's a tie between Neil Abute's Reasons to Be Pretty,
Okay.
which is a very, very crude play, but it's pretty interesting. And I had to play this total jock douchebag.
Okay. And
So-
that's not your.
Oh no, it was completely different. And my director
That's not you.
and I'll never forget this. David, he told me the character is easy to hate.
Okay.
He's a douchebag who cheats on his wife,
Okay.
right? Like he's very, very easy to hate. I want you to make the audience love him.
Okay.
That's pretty much what he said. So like that's when one of the first times I really realized that acting is really not about the words, because the words are easy. You know, this guy is just saying all these things mindlessly and like carelessly, but make the audience love him
Okay.
was the thing, and make him really hard to hate.
Okay.
So that was probably one of the hardest characters I
Okay.
did. And then after that, I had sex with a goat in a different play, or in real life.
We will never
You
know.
choose.
I'll choose. It sounds like the play that Daniel Radcliffe was in it.
Equus.
Equus?
Yeah.
But I was in Bird.
No, it was a horse.
I was a horse.
Yeah, Equus is Latin for horse.
Is it like
EQ, you guys. Yeah.
Okay, when you have the character, how long does it take you for you to shake it off?
Depending on how much character work I did,
Okay.
and also depending on the character. Like, the closer they are to me, the harder they are to shake off.
Okay.
And if I do a lot of character work, it takes a while. Speaking of the goat fornicator, so that character, like I worked on, I really, really developed him for like a few months, and he was this 50, I think he's 50 years old,
Okay.
and like happily married and everything.
And that was for play.
Yeah, for, or was it? Personal development. I told you I loved animals. Don't use that word lightly. Animals. Anyway, had to, so I really like got into him, like, and how he was feeling, because he was a really, really hard character. And like I noticed that for like the next few projects I did, his mannerisms kept on coming out.
Okay.
And like, so it took like almost a year for me to like clean him away from my system.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you play other characters at the same time, even if you still feel like the other ones are still with you?
If I'm staying warmed up, yeah, and practicing a lot.
Did you go to any acting school or classes?
School? No. Classes? Straight on.
Straight on.
Straight on. I also...
We should write a song. Straight on.
Straight? Like Bohemian Rhapsody? But,
Oh yeah.
The Straight on?
We should ask
Rhapsody.
Jock. Yeah.
That'd be
Anything
fun.
else in Straight on?
I'm trying out some Meisner classes right now,
Okay.
and I think it's awesome.
Okay.
Like, it's totally owning me, but that's what I need, because I always get stuck in my head.
The one where you look at the other person. And
Yeah, and it's a repetition thing, and just like connecting, that's all. From what I understand, I've only done a few.
Yeah, but it's really
Like,
fun.
don't go all hating on what Alex is saying about Meisner. From what I understand, it's all about connecting and the repetition through that, and it's just like on the other person and stuff.
I did. Yeah, it's really fun. It's interesting.
Mm.
But do you like to do acting classes?
Yeah, I love
Why?
it. I mean, I know as a human being I will never truly understand acting,
Okay.
and I'll never be, you know, I can't ever be the best at it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I know it's always an uphill struggle, but I learn something every single time, especially if I'm going to like better acting classes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I love it. I love getting my ass handed to me on a plate. Here you go, Alex.
Here you go. This is it.
You're doing everything wrong. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, because who can say, right?
Would you stop going to acting classes eventually? Or would you always do it on the
As long
side?
as I'm always doing some sort of acting, or if I'm not doing any sort of acting, then I'm going to keep doing classes
Okay.
if I can.
Just to
But if I'm still like, yeah, if I'm still doing acting elsewhere, then if I don't have time for the classes,
Okay.
then I'll try and make time. And if for some reason it doesn't work out, then I'm acting. So that's
And
all
do you
I
have
care
a plan B if ever acting doesn't work?
about. Yeah, probably acting.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to try and push into everything at the same time because I just love filmmaking, directing, editing, visual effects. If none of that works out, I still have an inkling to go into engineering.
Okay.
See, never stay coming out again. And also...
We'll put little circles on it.
yeah, should get your VFX person to do that. And if that does, or it's either that or I'll go into medicine. Cause,
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
yeah, I still love medicine
Oh,
so much.
geek.
I really am.
Who would you like to work with in terms of directors?
Alejandro González Iñárritu.
It's very good.
Yeah, thank you. You like the German R's I do in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Alejandro.
Yeah, you say it way better.
That's my blood.
Alejandro González.
Alejandro González Iñárritu.
Oh, God.
It's okay. You can still try.
Yeah, I will have a complete life if I learn how to say that properly. Anyways, he's fantastic, and
Yeah.
God, would I love to be in like one of his films. Like he seems like an amazing person to work with, and yeah, so he's right up there. Clint Eastwood, obviously.
Yes. Yes.
You know, Christopher Nolan, why not?
Okay.
Steven Spielberg,
Of
obviously, and
Yeah, we
Oh,
just
and,
should
what's his
send
face?
this interview to them and be like, we want to work with you.
all he can do visual effects, just like
He can do everything.
mediocre visual effects.
I can act.
mediocre acting, mediocre everything across the board. Like that's guaranteed. And a hard worker.
Yes, that's what's very important.
Also, Denis Villeneuve.
Yes, he's doing a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah. So he did.
Him and John
He did
Mark
Prisoners,
Bradley.
right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did Prisoners, but he also did Sicario recently, and he had some scenes in there that were just wow, just like
I
oh
need
my
to
god,
see that.
yeah.
I heard about that.
I just want to say car scene.
And what about the actors? Who would you like to work with?
Jennifer Lawrence,
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Hugh Jackman would be amazing. I just want to give that man a hug so bad. He looks like he's probably the best hugger on planet Earth. Also, I think Anna Kendrick would be awesome to work with. I saw Pitch Perfect for the first time like last
Okay.
like just a few months ago.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, wow, I didn't know this movie existed, and it's
You
fun.
would?
It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. Like
It is.
when I see the previews, I'm like, this is some sort of chicken flicka thing. But I was completely blown away.
It is a very good movie.
So I liked them both, like Pitch Perfect and Pitch Perfect 2. And I saw them in the reverse order, and it was still fine. So, yeah, so like Anna Kendrick would be really cool to work with. Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
would love that. On the Melissa, Mike and me, Mike and... what's the word? Oh, whatever. That show is good.
Yeah, and also Amy Schumer would be fun to work
Yes.
with. And did I already say Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah,
If I
you
didn't, and I'll say Hugh Jackman again anyway.
Okay, just to make better, like...
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Do you create your own work?
I was going to say Hugh Jackman has Hug in his name, so
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Do I create my own work?
Yes, do you create your own work?
Battle Jar.
Battle Jar. Would
Battle
you
Jar.
please say the entire title?
Battle Jar, resolving arguments since the dawn of time.
And where can we find that web series?
You can find it on YouTube primarily, and soon to be other hosting platforms. Stay tuned. And
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Battle Jar is something that I've been working on for like just a year, and we filmed all of it in the early spring or late winter, I guess. And we've already put out the first season. Huge trial and error process, obviously. Every single undertaking is. But I made lots of films before, so I went in there with lots of experience on all our fronts. Myself, Jen Bienz, Kenny Wong, Jean Bernard. Does he even say it in the French way? Probably not. Jean Bernard.
I pronounce it in the French way.
Oh, yeah.
Jean Bernard.
I pronounce it in the French way. Jean Bernard.
I love it.
I want to make one of those pronunciation videos.
Yeah, we should.
Like just
Oh,
you
you
just
should.
stare at the camera and you just pronounce it, and you'd be Alejandro González Iñárritu.
And then you would repeat.
Alejandro González Iñárritu.
We should do this. Okay, this is titled the new web series, how to pronounce things and words.
Deal.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Battle Jar, Battle Jar.
Yes. Is there something you wouldn't do or wouldn't feel comfortable doing?
I did a sex scene in a movie. or a short film. That was,
Okay.
I definitely did not feel comfortable doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's obviously really hard to feel like personal and comfortable and not like 5 people are watching you. Because like luckily the director was like, you know what, we're gonna kick everyone else out of the room and everything. And on top of that, it was supposed to be a romantic bedroom scene, so they filled the room with candles. There was like maybe 50 or 60 burning candles in there, so it was already like melting hot. And then like...
You go naked.
I got down to my skivvies. Wait, which one? Is skivvies naked or is boxers? I got to my boxers.
Got to your boxes because I don't know what the other
Yeah,
one
and
is.
skivvies?
No.
It's a it's like a phrase. I think you British people came up with it.
Are you British people?
Yeah.
No,
Down
I'm
to my
British.
skivvies.
Could be.
Yeah.
Without trousers.
So like, I mean, is there anything I wouldn't do? Most likely not. I mean,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'd do anything, but whether or not I'd feel comfortable doing it is something I'd have to work on.
Okay. But you're game for everything.
Yeah.
What's your
Give it a
opinion on reality TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving.
I mean, like, some of it can be really good. Most
Okay.
of it is, you know, what do they call it? Like your cash horse, your cash cow,
Yeah.
cash animal.
Okay.
An animal with cash.
Let's just say cash.
And, like, I mean, it can be interesting and entertaining to watch, but the only thing I don't really like about it is you rarely gain something from it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's what I appreciate about most other films and TV shows or whatever,
Okay.
is like gaining something from it. Like, I have nothing personally against it,
Okay.
but it's just nice to see really good, like, TV.
And so you don't watch it at all?
Not
Or
really,
just-
no.
Okay. What do you think about how this industry portrays women and the role offered to women compared to the role offered to men?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair.
Okay.
Um,
So there's a difference?
well, obviously, yeah. And there has been ever since, like, film was created. And,
Well, there's been since forever, everywhere.
well, yeah, we were talking about the film industry.
Yes,
didn't you? Specifically in the question. It's
Yeah,
the film
it's a
industry.
industry. Okay,
So, it
so
has
let's
been,
stay in the film industry.
so back in the early 1500s. Yeah, no, so there's always been, like, a difference between the sexes and how they're portrayed and everything. And, you know, like, the sexes are different, right? There are physical differences. You can't ignore that.
Okay.
But when it comes to film, it's, like, I love the idea of, I mean, I love the films where, like, they empower women and everything, because, like, that's totally awesome. But sometimes they're doing it just for the sake of doing it,
Okay.
as opposed to the sake of actually doing a great story with it.
Okay.
So, like, I want more of it. I think it's great. I love it when it's really well done.
Okay. And more like about working on the set. What's the most ridiculous thing that you saw on the set that you heard?
That I heard that I saw on the set? That I
Whatever
saw
comes.
or heard on the set?
Yes. And or / yeah, or.
Ooh, okay.
Nothing.
I got nothing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you were lucky and
Yeah.
didn't see
Yeah,
anything.
Definitely knew I had something before, but now I can't.
Would you like to travel for work?
Oh yeah,
Where would you like to go?
anywhere, everywhere. I love.
Okay, let's.
I love jungles. I love beaches.
Okay.
I love snow and mountains and deserts.
Okay, if you had to pick one.
Beaches.
Yeah.
Beaches. Yeah, I love
I mean,
beaches.
country.
I
Pick a
like
country.
country. Well, lots of countries have beaches.
Just
Pretty much every single continent, if you really pay attention. Probably not Antarctica though.
Just pick
I
one.
would I would love to go to, I don't know, different island countries, like Malta would be cool.
Okay.
Maldives, since we're on the M's. Monaco. Not really
Monaco, yeah, that's my house is over there. You know, like the castle looks up the hill.
Oh, that's your house?
That's my house.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
weird.
So-
Crazy. Should
I
have
know.
knocked. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, no, you know, just beaches. I love beaches. I love nice big waves.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm a
what's the
beach boy.
biggest mistake that you've made as an actor?
Hmm.
Or have you made it yet? Or because there'll be plenty of them coming.
Oh yeah, no, I make mistakes all the time.
Okay.
I guess overall the thing I guess is a recurring mistake is just always being in my head,
Okay.
because I can so easily, like, my head just like gets in there and being like, hey, can the camera see you, or hey, are you lit up properly? We were talking about that before, about being properly
Finding the
lit
light.
for everything and finding the light. And that's my biggest thing that I want to destroy,
Okay.
is getting in my head, because it completely can, you know, take me right out of the scene, and that's a no good.
And what kind of advice would you give to new actors?
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it. Just keep going. You're going to hit the hardest times of your life, most likely, but
Don't give up.
if that's what you want, like Josh Groban says, don't give up in his Don't Give Up song, titled Don't Give Up.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's titled Don't Give Up.
Okay, well, probably. How would you make the industry better for new actors?
There are huge limitations,
Okay.
like, you know, with like unions and stuff, like, hey, you're part of the union, oh, you want to make a short film?
You can't.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah, let's talk about that sort of thing. Exactly,
Yeah.
you can't, is the short answer. And I think it's true for SAG-AFTRA in the States as well. Pretty
Okay.
sure it is, but I hear they're a little more lenient. So that's something where it's like, yeah, I understand the union exists and it protects the actors. It's got to be some way to allow the actors to keep on creating their things. And the question specifically was?
What would you do? Like, what would you make? How would you make the industry better?
Yeah, so
Work on that.
I feel like the unions are very limiting, and
Okay.
also I feel like it'd be really cool if there's, I don't know, just more convenient ways for people to showcase their talent,
Okay.
especially if they're searching for bigger things.
Mhm.
And I know there are lots of memes out there, but it's very, very, very hit or miss.
Okay.
Hence the luck.
And if you end up making a really good salary, what would you do with your money? Would you invest it, spend it, make donations, and whatnot?
D, all of the above.
Okay.
So yeah, I would spend it to make my own production team
Okay.
and make sure that I could go out there and make all the films that I want. I would invest it, obviously, because I want to make sure that it
You
stays
make more.
strong and it gathers momentum, yes. And I would also definitely be donating it to like
What would be the first thing that you would do? Like, let's say you receive, I don't know, $100,000 check. What would you do?
invest.
The very first thing would be investing.
No doubt. Very
Okay.
first thing, invest. Right after that, I'd probably get a better camera, tripod,
Yeah. And go spending it.
production suite, lighting, sound, you know, pretty much everything. Because we work with the bare minimum, and I think we do get pretty good results from what we
Yeah.
have. But it's a lot more work and a lot less work if you have better stuff.
Okay. And what's the last movie that you watched and thought, this is a waste of my time?
Okay, yeah. Maze Runner Scorch Trials. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. They tried something.
That didn't work out?
They tried something. It's nowhere. It's not the book whatsoever.
Okay,
Like maybe
oh.
8%
Okay.
is similar, and the rest is. They tried something.
What was the last movie that you watched and thought, I have to stop crying like a baby now?
Same one.
Because it was so bad?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I don't really cry to movies. I
Okay.
can't. But the last one, the one that always gets me misty-eyed for some reason, is WALL-E. When
The cartoons.
yeah, it's
Me too, I
Pixar.
hate it.
Is that Pixar created
know.
WALL-E? And WALL-E, and
Yeah.
right at the end when he's finally coming back, and like you know, Eve plays the song for him, and then like he's coming back to life, and then he starts holding her hand, and then I'm just like, oh. And like the whole time, Eve's taking care of her,
I
or like
know.
Eve's taking care of
I don't.
him, and like
It's too. It's sad.
yeah,
It's sad.
and just like
I
and
have-
then I'm just like it's a robot. Feelings.
I have musical questions for you.
Yeah.
What instrument can you play?
Um,
Apparently you play music.
apparently I do. My parents forced me to play piano as a kid,
Okay.
which I completely appreciate.
Do you
Force your
still
kids
do?
to play musical instruments. I
Yes.
still do. Yeah.
You still do.
I was in a band briefly with my roommate Praneet, and he was actually my main inspiration for getting into guitar. Because
Okay.
so I played piano, and then I went into violin for like middle school, high school.
Okay.
And then I picked up guitar right in high school, so I play at least those three instruments,
Okay.
and anything that resembles them, I guess.
I saw ukulele.
Yeah,
played.
I got a ukulele, and that thing's fun.
And
yeah,
what-
so pretty much those.
When did your passion for music and singing start? Do you sing?
Yeah, I sing too.
Okay.
So,
So you do it all. You
yeah.
literally do it all.
Yeah. So once again, my roommate Praneet, he was
Okay.
he would be like, "Oh, okay, well, come jam." I'm like, "Okay, well, since I come from a classical background, what is this jam, and how do we create it? Is it like jelly?" So
A marmalade.
Yeah, marmalade. Let's go marmalade together. Some confit. Yeah, so like I would play with him, and then we would start working on things, and then we started like writing our own stuff, and then realized, hey, you know what? Let's try out this whole singing thing. And then we tried out doing harmonies, and then we started putting together songs, and then we ended up getting a drummer and bassist and everything, and then we had a band, and then we were performing at like open mic nights and everything.
Okay.
And yeah, so I guess I blame my roommate Panit for getting me into music properly.
Okay. Name three words that would describe you well. 3 words.
Oh, that many?
Yeah,
I thought you meant 3.
3.
3 words. Okay, let's do... Alex.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
Not the word I was looking for.
Oh, what word are you looking for? That's not fair. You asked me to describe me very well. Alex is very bang on.
Okay.
Let's go for. I'm always looking for new things.
Okay.
So what's one word that summarizes that? Let's say.
Hard worker?
Hard worker. Hard-worker, and we'll just...
Helpful?
Yeah. Helpful. You are so good at this, Alex. Hard worker, helpful.
There you go.
Yeah.
You were supposed to come up with it, but that's okay. Where do you see yourself in 20 years?
I see myself as Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
I will be him.
You will be him.
I am going to be Clint Eastwood. Like,
okay.
People are going to come up to me like...
Hey, Clint.
Yeah, you were great in that movie. And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd love to be doing the same thing as him.
Okay.
Making movies, acting, not necessarily editing, but it's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
But in 20 years, where do you see yourself living? Do you have a place that you would like to be?
Well, I want a tiny, tiny little home in northern Italy. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm not too much for grandeur. You know, I don't need like the giant double-story mansion, which a mansion on top of a mansion like that.
Not like my house in Monaco.
Not like a castle, no.
No.
But yeah, so like something nice like that, and maybe a beach place too. Maybe on the beach in northern Italy, if you will.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
What can I wish you for the rest of your journey? To become Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, we said it before. Don't give up. Keep on fighting the hard fight. I feel like that's from something.
No. Could be.
Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah.
Then this is what I wish for you. To keep on working.
Keep on fighting
and
the
do
hard
not
fight.
give up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Even when you're about to. Don't.
Thank you. Thank you, Jess Broden.
Well, this is it. We're done.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
No.
Thank
you. I had some fun too.
You had some fun. Okay, fine. It was really fun. Very interesting. Thank you so much for coming. And a huge, huge, huge thank you to Alex for helping me out with this show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being who you are. Very hard worker, I know.
Oh, yes.
And this is it.
Alex.
I know.
Yeah.
And this is it for us, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, talk about it, anything about our show right here where we're helping to support local Montreal talents. And just please stay tuned. Other great people are going to come, great as Alex, are going to come and at my bar and talk about what they do. Thank you all so much. Bye.